How is your New Year's resolution holding up? My goal was to save money and lose weight. Losing my job made the first part near impossible but the second part surprisingly easy. Resolved to be more positive and to write down at least one thing I'm happy/grateful for each day. I can legitimately say it has made me a happier person, and I'm actively looking for the good, not the bad. Haven't missed a day yet, and usually I write at least 3 examples. Definitely want to keep it up for the rest of the year, or hell, even the rest of my life. Still getting my 10k steps a day, on average, aka 70k a week. It's a bit of a chore some days, but other days it's fine. Trying to get my knee issues worked out so I can start running and get those steps in faster. And then when the world starts moving again, really hit the gym hard. Well, lost almost 20 pounds out of the 80 I want to lose, so it is going great. Smile. Going out more and isn't holding up well. I quit energy drinks. I spent so much money on them each day. I don't feel as jittery or tense anymore, which is really great. Good, I have done 20 minutes of physical activity every day since 0101. Quite proud really. What's your favorite subreddit to binge read? Is currently experiencing the rise of a legend. One man has put out over 120 chapters, sometimes 2 or 3 a day. He has built an amazing universe and continues to do so at breakneck speed. I highly recommend checking it out if you are into sci-fi or general and humanity and Tomorrow on BuzzFeed, Top 10 Subreddits to Binge While in Quarantine. I have no idea why. I'm not a lawyer and have never been sued or had to sue anyone. I just like reading it. Edit, obligatory and holy shit RIP inbox and comment. I love reading posts in r/personal finance. Some posts are useful, but many of them are things like and I just got my $500 tax return. I have no emergency fund. Should I use my tax return to donate to my church? Or pay my bills ? People who posted their story on Reddit and the person in said story found it. How did it go? I was giving someone anonymous career advice on Reddit and the corporate office of company that I worked DM'd me and basically told me to stop. They saw my post and basically internet stalked me until they figured out who I was. They said they knew my identity in their DM. It was a super 1984 moment for me. A bit indirect, but outcome was life-changing. I made a post about dating a coworker, now current partner, on a forum for step-parents. He has a child, I do not. Then, a few months later I posted on r/amythyasshole about something unrelated and the post blew up. My other coworker found the IDA post, and the post about dating a guy with a son, and told my partner and my boss. My partner was okay with it, although mildly upset that I didn't bring my concerns to him originally, but my boss told me that while dating a coworker wasn't prohibited or wrong, but it would negatively impact my career. My partner was told congratulations, and got a promotion shortly after. I was demoted. It did negatively impact my career. Thanks, Dan, and Sean. Y'all suck. My partner and I both quit a few months later. Well, I posted a homework question to an obscure subreddit. The only reply was a link to my class course page. That one as well as expected. Social/religious norms aside, how would you like your death to be mourned/celebrated? After my death, just throw me in the trash. New Orleans has a tradition of marching slowly to the graveyard, mourning. then a ceremony and a dancing jazz party on the way back to the church, where food and drinks are. The party continues from there. I've always thought this is good psychology: mourn, but celebrate also. Play a Kahoot with questions about my life. The person that wins gets my will. Joke answer: tattoo a treasure map on my body for my loved ones to follow and discover that the true treasure was the friends we made along the way. Serious answer: I'd hope that my body would be put to use as efficiently as possible. Organ donations, leftover parts given to science, leftovers to be burned/buried/eaten. Whatever works for the survivors. I'm not using my body anymore. Then a small gathering, with food/music/fun, where people take turns coming to the microphone and sharing a memory they have of me. No big eulogies, no mountains of flowers, nothing big or fancy. Just my loved ones remembering me, and my love for them, for a little while. I want to become a tree. I don't want my family going broke after I die. If my first choice isn't an option, I want them to do something sustainable and affordable. I want to be dropped like 500 or so feet from the sky, and wherever I land is just a surprise. What made you ghost a friend? I told her not to tell anyone, so she told everyone. That realization that you're the one initiating all the interactions with them, and when you stop, they don't notice. When I realized the relationship was one-sided and they only cared about themselves. Every conversation was about them and their lives. They rarely asked or were interested in what I had going on. The selfishness was just too much after a will. Jesus said, "He who lives by the sword dies by the sword," and he was a carpenter who died nailed to a piece of wood. By this logic, how would you die? I write scary stories for a living. FCK. Lived as a handyman, die by handies from a man. Of alcoholism. I am an aspiring microbiologist/epidemiologist, so. The plague? I'll probably choke on a book, or get buried under a bookshelf, or something. I'd have to schedule my death and make sure to cover my shift with some art. Do you prefer showering in the morning or at night? Why? Night, because of how comfy I can get when going to bed. Night. Get the sweat and grime of the day off before you get in bed, as opposed to sleeping in the accumulated grime since you last washed the sheets. Both. Clean myself up at night, wake myself up in the morning. At night, because the bathroom light is broken and a dark shower is a vibe. Morning. Because going to bed with a wet head messes up my hair. Morning. I feel gross all day if I don't shower in the morning. What book made you fall in love with reading? Magic Tree House. The Boxcar Children. Matilda by Roald Dahl. Early 1970s, The Phantom Tollbooth. I truly love that book. The Giver definitely changed my perspective on a lot of things. What's the most blatant case of favoritism you've ever witnessed? At the end of our senior party that was organized for my school, they had a raffle with a bunch of expensive prizes. Every single parent who helped organize the raffle had a child who won big, and the main organizer had her son win the $2,500 grand prize with the not suspicious speech of, "And of course, the winner of the grand prize is Charlie." Yeah, fuck that shit. I walked out with a $5 gift card to an ice cream shop that had already gone out of business. One of my classmates always got better scores on comparable essays in a high school literature class. I suggested it was favoritism, so we decided to write each other's papers to see what happened. Our study found that no matter who wrote the paper, if I turned it in I got a worse grade than if she turned it in. My mom told my brother a very boring family secret and he told me. I mentioned it to her and she got pissed off and said he shouldn't be telling other people about that.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.